And back to you, Kevin.
Yeah, cheers, Emily. Thanks for that. It's a long, long path to still go, but maybe a bit of fresh hope there. Now, next today, seems only 7 out of 54 countries abstained from voting to appoint Saudi Arabia to a UN Council for Women's Rights in the absence of not being able to have a no-vote option. That's according to the Swedish Foreign Ministry. However, most European states are still reluctant to reveal which way they cast their ballots, as timurJAUH reports.
It's remarkable. Some of the foremost democracies in the Western world, champions of human rights, voted for Saudi Arabia, where women arguably face more discrimination than in any other country, to join the United Nations Women's Rights Commission. And almost nobody wants to admit they did it. According to the Geneva-based human rights group UN Watch, at least 15 of the 22 countries you see here voted for Saudi Arabia. Now, it's all secret. They all cite confidentiality and bureaucratic rituals as the reasons why they won't admit to voting for Saudi Arabia. But the hunt is on. WikiLeaks is offering 10,000 euros for information about who Sweden voted for. The Norwegian opposition is demanding answers, calling on the government to reveal who it voted for. In the UK, the government is under pressure and has refused to deny voting for Saudi Arabia. And the one European country that was exposed as voting for Riyadh is already regretting its choice.
If we'd had the chance to discuss this at the government level, of course I would have argued that we don't approve it. I regret the vote.
According to leaked emails, the Belgian government knew exactly what it was doing. In fact, officials were allegedly ordered to inform Saudi Arabia about Belgium's vote in an apparent attempt to curry favor.
The rules of laws are being ignored. There are these secret meetings, secret trade-offs and secret deals being struck behind closed doors, which is shameful. In future, our time will be studied in history classes as the age or the era of hypocrisy, because that's exactly what it is.
Let's be fair. Saudi Arabia was almost certain to get in, even before the vote. The system is, well, interesting. There are only 4 candidates and 4 seats. No competition or opposition.
In votes of this kind, you can only choose to vote for a country or to refrain from voting. There is no option to vote no. Sweden never comments on how it votes in secret ballots.
That's right. You can't vote against candidates. You can only vote for or abstain. But what do we know? The intricate bureaucracy of the UN is beyond mere mortals like us. But with a spate of nominations to various human rights bodies, Saudi Arabia appears to be trying to change its image. Take this, the first ever Girls' Council in Saudi Arabia, notably lacking actual girls. This picture went viral, made the rounds over the internet. The girls apparently were in another room, linked by a video feed. After all, it wouldn't do to have men and women mingle. In Saudi Arabia, that's illegal.
Yeah, timurJAUH reporting there. Well, we contacted a number of countries who participated in this vote to see if they'd follow Belgium's lead and comment on whether or not they supported Saudi Arabia. Didn't get much response, has to be said. No one was willing to admit how they cast their ballots. In fact, as for the UK's Foreign Office snubbed our query totally, saying that the ballot was secret, end of, while the US State Department instructed us to contact their embassy here in Moscow, so again, we got no further there. Slightly different reply from the German Foreign Ministry, though, referring us to a recent press conference where its spokesperson had commented on the issue.
It's been a good tradition for decades that the decisions in the regional organisations are not criticised or commented on by others. That's the way it is.
Reporting next, WikiLeaks has ruffled the feathers of US intelligence again, with FBI Chief James Comey lashing out at the whistleblowing organisation again. This time he said that rather than promoting good journalism, it was undermining America.
In my view, a huge portion of WikiLeaks' activities has nothing to do with legitimate news gathering, informing the public, commenting on important public controversies, but is simply about releasing classified information to damage the United States of America. It's what I said to intelligence porn, just push it out in order to damage.
WikiLeaks. I love WikiLeaks.
The FBI director made those comments whilst being questioned by senators at a Judicial Committee hearing. He also said he had no regrets about his decision to announce the reopening of the Clinton emails probe just before the election. That was so controversial. And as for his personal list of threats to American democracy, seems it's not WikiLeaks, though, that's number one in his list.
Is it fair to say that the Russian government is still involved in American politics?
Yes.
What kind of threat do you believe Russia presents to our democratic process, given what you know about Russia's behavior of late?
Well, certainly, in my view, the greatest threat of any nation on earth.
This started as a sort of swerve that was put out by Hillary Clinton's campaign to try and avoid accountability, which suddenly became conflated with, it's published by WikiLeaks. It must have been given to WikiLeaks by Russia. There's no evidence. And then it suddenly became, Russia hacked the election process, Russia hacked Vermont's energy grid. I mean, this is all, been disproven time and time again. So this is so much hot air designed to obfuscate the fact that Hillary Clinton very badly lost the election.
Coming up, laughter may land you in jail, it seems. One woman found out that at a top-level hearing. We've got the pictures of cameras where they will tell you all about it.